Hello all, Dan Matichek here with some more of my observations for a newbie, or whatever you want to call me. This learning experience, exciting learning experience. And again, I have a lot of notes. I just want to keep looking at my notes and getting them pressed into my head. Centering. I talked about centering. And one of the things I didn't mention is, and not just centering, this has to do with a lot of things on the wheel, that something that I didn't expect I would have to learn because, you know, with my job, I'm an artist and I customize cars and fabricate, and I work in fiberglass and I sculpt and carve things all the time. So I never thought of that this would be something I'd have to learn. Motion. It's a wheel, it's spinning. Part of it, you have to learn motion. And even more important, you have to learn motion in relationship to non-motion. In other words, peripheral vision. And one of the tips I picked up from somewhere along the way on YouTube was that imagine when you're centering your clay that it's an axle. When you're bringing it up, that it's an axle. And I didn't quite understand what that meant until I actually got on top of the clay. Get up on top of that clay. Look down that clay. Use your peripheral vision. I don't stare at the clay. I use my peripheral vision to see my hands and to see the outside and the clay last. I'm actually looking at the clay last. I'm kind of looking at everything at once. Peripheral vision. Seeing my hands in relationship to non-moving things, the sides of the wheel. So I'm looking at my hands. They're moving. I'm noticing the difference here between the two, and I'm watching the clay, the center of the clay. That's the important part. Watch what's moving and what's not, and the center all at one time. You have to get used to using that peripheral vision. And then when you're bringing it up, it's less peripheral vision and more, well, peripheral because you're looking at the sides, but concentrating more on the center. So you're bringing up, think of an axle, and you're bringing up that axle. This is what worked for me. Maybe it's because I didn't expect it. Maybe it's because it's something that I never really had to use before. But hopefully that helps someone who's just learning. So, talk to you later.